Welcome. So, where I'm living right now is in the UK. And in the UK, we have a bit of a problem. It's called female overload. I would say probably about 97% of the TV programs are made for women. And there's no content in these programs. It's all superficial crap. And that's just the evening programs. The daytime programs are 100% for women. You know, where they sit around and just talk for hours. These programs go on for hours. And they talk about, superficial stuff. And then everybody claps. And then they laugh, and then they start talking again. They don't do anything. They just talk. And it all means absolutely nothing. And women love watching them programs. There also seems to be a lot of TV programs about doing their house up. And usually mainly the female's idea of the colouring and what's got to be done. However, she doesn't do any of that. It's always the man that does that. But she will choose the colours and where things go. Once again, she absolutely does nothing. Then we have the soaps for women, and there's loads of them. Now, to be honest, many years ago, there was a program that was a soap. It was called Dallas with JR and Sue Ellen and Bobby and Pamela. And it was done very well. It was well acted. It had good storylines, really. It was fantasy, but it was done well. I enjoyed that. And that was a soap. But even the storylines in these soaps now are absolutely god-awful. And women love them. They can sit there for hours, and they have to watch their program every day. The internet is the same. It's all women in your face all the time. I don't hate women, but gee, not every second of the day. I remember quite a few years back when you used to be able to go to, say, a pub, sort of lunchtime Sundays, and have an adult time with adult people. But females have changed all that because they wanted to bring their children along. And now every venue, a woman has to bring their kids along and change it into a kindergarten session. Here in this country, children are allowed in every situation now, which has destroyed any adult time for adult people. And the females wanted it that way because it made it about them and their children. I have nothing against children. I think they're great. I got a couple of my own. But there is a time and a place. Man, through the years I've grown up, has usually always had his safe spaces. Sorry to use that word, but you know what I mean, guys. Somewhere to get away from the nagging wife. Some place to go with a drama queen girlfriend isn't. To go somewhere where the female isn't in your face. But those places are getting less and less. Hunting still is a good place for a man to go, especially fishing. For some reason, women don't particularly like fishing that much, most women. But where I am at the moment in this country, hunting is not really that great, and fishing you have to make a lot of work to get there. We all know, us men, that women crave attention. And mostly from men. I sure do miss those times when I was in Canada, where I went out into the forest and the wilderness and just had a nice, peaceful time. Females are becoming quite obnoxious. It's becoming increasingly harder to get away from females and them being in your face in some way or other, even being MGTOW. So the UK has a female overload, and I don't know what it's like where you are, but maybe you can tell me. For instance, today I'm supposed to go to a family do. I've got a rather large family here in the UK as well, an extended family. And I used to love going to these family do's where we used to have a few beers, maybe an argument. It was good to get together. But then the females who were introduced into the family and that had children. It's a female do, and it's all about them and their children. And now it's almost just a kindergarten time now. Even drinking is frowned upon now. So I'm not going. So this female overload in the UK has reached a fever pitch. In fact, when I close my eyes right now, all I can see is loads of female faces, yelling or screaming or something. I'll get better. I'm just gonna lay down for a while. See ya.
Hardcore Fenton Mud, where have you been? What have you been up to? Have you been drinking again, you miserable sot? You good for nothing!